3. And we are live. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Wraedolan Rising, the bi-weekly Pathfinder 1E adjacent live play tabletop role-playing game experience. I apologize. Yes, because I think it's rather funny.
Because like you said, Wraedolan Rising, the Pathfinder. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's letting my brain catch up to mouth. I do apologize for us being late. I and my infinite wisdom have misplaced my Bluetooth earbuds that I use at work, so I've had to start taking my headphones to work because they're also Bluetooth. Me doing that today means I left them at work by mistake and had to drive all the way back out to my job to go get my only pair of headphones that'll work with my computer in my fucking house.
Fucking do your thing, girl.
Might be time to just buy like a cheap $10 Bluetooth headset.
Yeah, or cheap, or even a cheap wired one, to keep as a backup in case. But we are here
like
now.
Packs of 5 of them from Amazon for like $30 or something like that.
Yeah. But we are here now. And we will be getting started here in just a moment. As a note, Taryn is going to be out until further notice as a long-term leave of absence, dealing with some living situation issues. So we wish him well and hope that everything resolves itself quickly. But until then, it is just the 5 of us. And as we were going to be heading to the Teeth, the intention with going to the south was not just for story progression, but for character story progression. And that character story was, in fact, Taryn's. Taryn's backstory involves the dwarves in the mountains, and it was going to involve this portion of the story was going to involve his backstory heavily, with him being gone, but not out yet. Out of respect for his story and what I want to tell with his story, we are going to do a retcon, as much as I am loath to do so. Instead, we are going to backtrack to the moment we left town, or the city, the capital, and we are instead going to start by heading into the woods in the north to pursue Talia's Druid Grove. So, now all of that being said, last session, really, we did not progress much story-wise.
No, you didn't.
As the title of the session was apt, lollygagging and awkward flirting.
Somehow, you had a way of buying things in the store and still took an hour and a half to buy things in the store.
Uh-huh.
Listen, we're killing time.
Not even efficiently.
No, we're just killing it with blunt objects that are not supposed to be blunt.
We were trying to kill time versus... No, I can't remember what we're doing. Oh, right, no, we were trying to not just cut the session an hour and a half in because Taryn wasn't there. So we were trying to find shit to do to, play.
We started the session ready to kind of, for the party to go to the next portion of the story, and then 2 of the players in the story were gone. So it was like...
I fall back into...
No. For sure. Nobody is really at fault for anything here. Like, it's been bad luck situations. It was just like, all of a sudden, one very important character for the next portion is gone, and then another just player who's an actively involved player is also gone. So it's like, I'm missing one person, which is just sucky, but then I'm missing the person who's central to the next part of the story, which is hard. So I was like, I'm not going to send you guys there that fast and just not have him in the story for his story. So, and that's why we're retconning, because I want to avoid that being a thing. So,
Perfect. Where are we going?
Excellent.
All right then.
sorry, I was chewing a bite of food.
Stop it. We are more important than nutrition.
Whoever spent money last session to buy supplies?
You're going to tell me how much money I had to spend.
That was me, actually.
That is obviously significantly different now.
It was only like 40 gold, I think.
No. He bought months worth of food and supplies for travel.
Oh, I think you were buying something for your. You were buying stuff for yourself. I was buying supplies for the group.
Yeah, you also bought a new carriage, which I think was 100 gold for the carriage itself.
I think that's what I bought. Because I already bought my stuff 2 sessions ago. So I think I bought the carriage.
I mean, I looked on my sheet about 100 gold shorter, so
I ain't buying shit, so.
But I am too, so somebody's wrong.
I mean, I'll chip in for food and supplies and stuff, but like as far as major purchases, nah.
Carriage costs 100, and then the supplies for traveling.
I agree. Even better.
It's something we could probably figure out later. This is just money. I don't think we're gonna need to spend money in the woods.
You never know.
You never know who you're gonna have to haggle with. Haggle with the hag.
No.
Look, if the hag suddenly wants money for their services, I don't believe it's a real hag.
You're a hag.
Yes, I am. Thank you for noticing. I tried really hard.
What? You're the hag in Baldur's Gate.
I am not Auntie Ethel.
I'm gonna call you Auntie Ethel now.
No. Your mom was Auntie Ethel.
Hey.
What's the plan? We going just to the forest?
You'll be heading north into the forest, trying to track down Talia's druid grove, which sounds probably easier than it will actually be.
What is the why are we heading north? Like what's our hook here? Besides she's homesick.
With her mother's death and her finding out that she has a mother, since she kind of ended up at that library kind of outside of her control, while she was outside of the control of the grove to begin with, she's wanting to, we'll say the story hook here is that she's wanting to return home because she's needing some answers on what the hell is going on, especially with her transforming into this. And this is the only home she's known, so she's returning home to ask questions and get some answers. So the investigation will begin at her home.
Makes sense. We need to find out if you're going to turn into anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, well, I didn't think I'm going to turn it. Don't think you're going to turn into anything else. Well, we didn't think you're going to turn into this, so.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Nathaniel's come to say hello.
Hello, boys.
Apparently, he decided that while he was snacking, because he has decided that he wants to eat all the time, he also wanted to just say dad, 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 dad. So he's been asking for me for a few minutes now. Oh, he has noticed that mommy is doing something different. He is no longer interested in daddy.
ADD!
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, the kid, he's what? 2?
Almost.
Yeah, he's going to eat everything and possibly some of the furniture.
Yeah, probably.
Me too. I already eat
I mean, I've seen how big you are.
Whoa.
And I'm not talking wide, I'm talking tall.
No, he's gonna get
The
there.
kid is going to try to eat not only the contents of the fridge, but probably the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's enough talking about your baby goat.
Should have named it Bleedus.
Oh. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to the forest.
We're right. And it's a much shorter drive than going down south, so
Dill should probably get a carriage and you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by all means. Still 100 gold for the carriage. Yeah, I'm just trying to find where the food was for animals.
It's like a silver for a ration and like food for a day for an animal is like 5 copper or something like that. It's like stupid cheap.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd just say worry about it later, and we can just do the math.
Yeah.
It's
fine. Your journey is like a 3-day journey. It's like not going to be that. Honestly, you probably don't even need supplies. You could probably just walk yourselves north and take like a week of walking to head up into the northern forest, and then just like fucking forage and be fine.
I'm going to be honest. I have a plus 11 to survival. Can we just hand wave supplies and move on?
Yeah.
True. Yeah. I've got a pretty good survival too, considering Druid also.
Right, so half the party going north has a high enough survival. We can just find it and move on. So we're not spending 45 minutes finding out whether we spend 10 or 15 gold on supplies.
What if it's 12?
Yeah, my survival's a 10, so.
Anyway.
It's like the first session I've been in 2 months. I would like to play the game, please.
No.
I know I signed up for Mathfinder, but not Shopaholics Anonymous.
It's valid.
Too bad. All right. Do we know the direction, or do we need to figure that out?
You would know
I'm a little
best.
Disoriented. Okay, well, I'm gonna try then.
Why are you disoriented?
You're not
because
still high.
I've never been out of my grove, and I magically appeared in a library in the desert.
That's fair. You do know where you are at, though, and you do know where the city is. Like you lived in your grove, but that doesn't mean you were unaware of where like the capital of the continent was. You just never went there. So you have an idea. You definitely wouldn't like look around and be like, oh, I know where I'm at. You'd be looking around right now and be like, I don't fucking know. But if somebody showed you a map, you'd be like, oh, okay, I know where I'm at.
Yeah.
So,
question. To Mom.
What?
Continue with the story.
We're good.
Because I highly doubt I've been just chilling in the world for a couple of years, like maybe at best a couple of years. Would it be safe to say I could probably just lead us fucking there once we get to the forest? Because that's where I've spent the last, 800 years in that forest.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty easy for you to get there. I mean, I say that in the generally where it is, but you do also know that it is protected. So like you will have to find it. Even though you've been there, you've lived there, you know how to get there, you know how to get past the defenses, you are welcomed, you are able to pass through, and but you need to know the signs to look for, which you know. So you have the best shot of finding it, but it is hidden. It is hidden and it is protected. So.
And I know the forest almost like the back of my fucking hand.
Right. So like the difficulty may not be hard or high for you, but it will exist.
Yeah. Because who knows? They may have changed some things in the last 3 years.
They changed the Wi-Fi password. Now you can't get in.
So yeah, you guys are just
don't have a high survival. All right, we go to Maine. What is my survival?
I'm here.
Oh, no, we're fine. I have an 8. I should be able to do it.
What are we?
Yeah, everybody's doing great on survival. Fuck. Hey, Julian, what's your survival?
Like a 3. No,
Jillian's like, I came here to be hot and have muscles. That's it.
And punch things for me.
Oh.
Hey, what do you mean? Oh.
Flirt later. Anyway. But yeah, what just
Flirt.
Or at
not
least
really
do it in
the
character.
Can I lick the dirt? Be like, that way. Just kidding.
I can see it from here.
Oh.
I'm
legally blind.
Like, are we wanting to take the horse and cart, or we just wanting to hoof it?
You could also just take the horses.
True. I could be a horse. Someone can ride me. Wait.
Completely honest. given the frequency of sporadic changes to where we're going, I'm not going to say we can guarantee we're coming back to the capital once we go there. So bringing a cart to make sure we can get to wherever we need to go to and carry whatever we need to is probably best.
That's
All right,
fair.
so yeah, we take our horse and cart.
We've been hit with prophecy twice in the past 2 months. I don't think that's done.
Yeah.
That's fair. So yeah, take the horse and cart, head to the forest, and once we get there, Lila kind of just lands on Thalia's shoulder and begins pointing the way through the forest.
The way.
She's lived here for about 800 years.
So is Tyron just kind of tagging along as a cardboard cutout for now?
For now, yeah. I'll figure out something for him to disappear for at some point.
We just like grab him in a bag of holding and we'll pull him out when he comes back, or
the war is back.
Yeah.
No, you could honestly say
he could get a draft notice, like.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say, hold on. The king could just say, "Hey, I need something from you," while your friends are going to do something. Like, we're at the city with the king.
Yeah. Liza, were you trying to say something?
No, I was just being silly. Like.
Oh, okay.
The draft thing. Like, gotta go to war.
That's actually not too terrible of an option. Is if he was a soldier, getting a draft notice, especially from the king in town, is not unheard of.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. The king needed him for something. He can't really say no because it's the king. And
I know you're looking for my daughter, but I need your special skills to go and do this, Jack Bauer. So. Just a thought, so we're not lugging around trying to play someone else's character in the midst of all this stuff.
Right.
Because then everybody's like, "Oh, great, who's playing the non-NPC NPC this time?"
We need to work on these dramatic pauses, DM.
Okay. Nah, I was doing a little bit of calculating. Okay.
It's Pathfinder. You're always going to be doing a little bit of calculating. Math.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys walk out of the city. It is, early afternoon. Sun's high in the sky. It's a pleasant day. Talia, you kind of making your way out of the front of the cart to sit next to Taryn, as he's the one driving. You look around. You're heading back home. You asked if you could. You wanted to investigate this. This whole thing with your mother. So you come to the front, you sit down, you look around. Unfamiliar land, You've never been to the city. You've never been this close to the city. You left home and you stayed into the wilds and wildernesses. You went nowhere near towns and cities and maybe a few villages here and there, but nothing large scale. So looking out and seeing just how much has been cleared out for people to take over is borderline infuriating. But you do need to take your party and take them north. So, from here, please go ahead and roll your survival check to get you started on your path.
All right.
And anybody who would like to join her may also make their own survival checks. Stunting is absolutely allowed.
So
somebody go first so I can think.
Oh, it's very simple. Rock's going to look to Thalia and go, so you said you come from a grove. What kind of trees are around there? Is it the same as all the ones else in the forest, or is it like a special kind of tree that we're going to be looking for?
I didn't plan that. DM, help me. Are they different, or are they just it's kind of hidden in the woods with the usual foliage?
You're used to very large trees, but this forest has never been a monoculture forest. There's not just one kind of tree. It has always been a good mixed forest, and your grove is no exception. You do know, though, it is in the section of the forest where the older and larger trees grow.
Okay.
So if you're looking at the map, it is the closer to the furthest northern point where the larger trees are in the northern portion of the continent.
Okay. I mean,
it would actually probably be more towards the center because of how trees work.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of just
not on this continent, fuckwad. Please continue.
Trees.
It's like the rest of the forest. Only I remember our trees are a little larger. That's how we kind of built around them to feel
Makes
safe,
sense. You'd be in the oldest part of the forest, so
yeah.
So Rock's gonna use that to try to help figure out where exactly we would need to go.
I'll give you a circumstantial, just a +1 from the extra little bit of information. Actually, you know what? Take a +3 because of the role playing.
Nice.
Both of you can take a +3.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, unless you wanted to do something different, Talia, before you since you were inside talking, if you want to do something once you got out and got your bearings, then you can do a different stunt. If you had an idea.
That, and then I was just gonna nothing too crazy, just kind of feel the leaves, close my eye, as we travel, I'll feel the leaves of the trees that are near us and see if they feel similar or if they're
okay.
I don't know, to get different as we go farther north.
Yeah, okay. You guys spend the day traveling north. You know that was the best place to start, was just getting to the trees. So you guys left, you hit the crossroads and went left, heading off to the east before getting to another crossroads and heading off again to the north. Okay. Following the signs for the markers for the edge of the forest line, and heading to where you see some farmland and stuff like that, kind of butting up against where the tree line ends, or I guess you could say where the tree line begins. And as you guys get closer, as the day kind of comes to a close, you cross through under the canopy of the trees. And for all intents and purposes, these are pretty normal trees, large but not overly so. A lot of oak trees, but a good mix. You see some saplings towards the edges of the forest, and you see some smaller trees that are kind of starting to grow to the point where they're starting to try to fight for some light, but you step your feet forward and you take that deep breath of the forest air, and you feel that kind of freedom come back, Talia. That freedom of being back in nature. You've been disconnected for so long now.
Smells like rain.
Looking around, you take in your environments. Those of you who have been trying to assist in finding the right path, Lila, I know you have a survival skill. Were you wanting to assist as well, since you also lived in the grove?
Not right now, because this is Thalia trying to return home, and she doesn't really want to overshadow her moment. So she's just kind of watching, and if Thalia seems like she's getting lost, then she'll start chiming in.
Okay, that's fair.
Should I go ahead and roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Still the +3.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I will stunt and roll just so Lila knows we're going.
You're
for
kidding.
Her own,
that was the wrong roll.
Oh, shut up. No, it wasn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that's a little better.
Okay. You hop down off the carriage and you're looking around, touching the leaves and getting the scent of the forest in your lungs, and you're starting to pick out some familiar smells, and you kind of catch a very subtle marking of your grove of what would be missed by those who don't understand nature or don't care enough about nature, but two tree saplings that are growing completely twisted in a double helix right off the trail, almost hidden, knowing that that's a marker.
That way, I'll point. That's the way.
I look over to what she's pointing at.
The way.
Or Lila will look over to what she's pointing at.
You Rock, you notice this tree as well. This catches you off guard. She's pointing it out to everybody else though, so you all do see it after she shows it to you. Nothing about it looks remarkable to any of you who didn't roll or don't know anything really about nature. Not really well versed in it. It just looks like two trees that grew together. Typically, though, for those of you who rolled high enough to catch it, who obviously have some knowledge of nature in some degree, this just doesn't really happen in nature very often. Those times that it does, it's very rare that those plants survive that happening. They're fighting each other too much for nutrients, but these are both growing fine. And Talia, you know that this was your grove's marking because this was their way of kind of in some way, some little way of them flexing their ability.
It also providing like a path home.
while also, yes, like, hey, we're gonna mark our way home for our people with a thing that we can keep growing that most of the time would die.
I'm assuming Lila would also recognize it without rolling.
You do. You do. You and Talia both recognize it. Rock, you recognize it as an oddity that shouldn't exist. And of course, then she points at it and goes, hey, this is the right way. So now you have the association that this is probably the right way. But yeah, as far as you can tell, this actually is a bit of a beaten path. It doesn't look like one to the untrained eye, but you can see where that tree is. It is a fairly regularly tread path by very soft steps. But with that, we're going to pause for a minute. I know we just got started, but it is still my son's bedtime. So get him put down, but we are going to try to keep this as short of a break as possible so we can get right back into the story. So 5 to 10 minutes, I'll get him down. We'll be back. So we'll be back shortly.
Sounds great.
I'm gonna go check on my brother.
Whoa.
And we are back. Thank you for your patience. Child is laying down in bed. And yeah. All right, everyone roll initiative. Never mind, you all die. I'm just kidding.
Cool.
Bring it.
Well, frick the rope like
Pepper's just been chilling in the car.
Game over. John's turn.
Please tell me you're looking at my butt.
No, she's looking at her own.
What?
Pepper's just stretching.
Yeah, getting ready.
So you guys start heading down the path. However, it is nighttime, so you are needing to camp soon.
Can I? Since we're getting closer, I would imagine we would have patrols as a druid grove go out and just kind of protect the area, maybe set up camps. Can I like try to find old campsites that aren't being used anymore?
Yeah, I'm gonna say camps. No, your people. Okay. You literally raised hell last session about the party leaving their camp supplies in the desert. But we backtracked. Yeah, but still, you kind of made the point of like, hey, like leaving your shit behind, leaving a mark where you camp would not be something the druids would be okay with. Like,
I said that?
No, but that's the point that like your character being upset about that makes sense as a druid. You left the people left a mark on nature that is now become more permanent. And that's just not okay for druids. So campsites, no, not really. Your people would more likely make do with the environment that they're in, less make it campsite and more just turn their site into a place to sleep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Lila will. Oh wait, am I talking? I can't remember if I'm muted.
Nope, you're fine. I hear you.
We can hear you.
It's unfortunate, but I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Let me fix that.
Everett, what
are you doing? Kill it. Food.
The emergency food's back.
Lila is
the disconnect.
Lila's gonna lead them to one of the spots she had camped out in that was safe from predators.
Sure. Yeah.
There is no way this is gonna fit all of us.
She takes you to a tree stump with a little squirrel hollow in it.
Well, I mean, I can fit in there.
I'm kidding.
Because I said safe from predator, because that means it's also natural prey-like animals will also congregate. Meaning the area is relatively, safe at night. If prey feels safe sleeping there.
Now, Liza, I did want to give a little bit of context too. While yes, there are patrols that would go out, it's less of a hey, we're gonna go patrol the woods and you're gonna see druids walking. Hail, traveler! Like, it's more like the druids are always in the woods. Druids are very good at not being found in the woods. They are watching their woods. That does not mean that they are doing patrols, but there is always the possibility they're watching, especially as you get closer to the actual grove. Right now, you are on the fringes of the forest, just inside it enough to make camp.
Okay.
They would tend to stay away from this area because it runs the risk of dealing with invading humans.
Right. They're more likely to come out this way to deal with a threat than anything else.
I heard something about dating humans.
Invading humans.
Anyway, you guys set up camp. Who is taking what shift for the watch? Are you setting up a watch shift?
I think if I remember correctly, I only need 4 hours of sleep, so I can take 2 of them.
And
why do you only need 4?
I'm an elf.
That might be a D&D thing. I don't remember if that's Pathfinder.
I know, it's hard to tell anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna look real quick.
I know I'm like immune to sleep, so...
Yeah, but that's different from not needing sleep.
I'm pulling it up. Give me a second.
Yeah, that is just a D&D thing. That's a 5e thing.
But I do believe a full night's rest is considered only 6 hours, so...
Yeah, it is. So...
I'll do second watch.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take last watch.
Okay, how long are you guys wanting to try to go for the night? 6 hours or 8 hours? Well, okay, I guess I'm saying, are you guys trying to get 6 hours of sleep each or 8 hours of sleep each?
I mean...
You only need 6 hours.
Well, here's the thing.
You know what? I guess it doesn't really matter that much, so fuck it. We'll just say you guys do enough time to make the shifts make sense. I don't want to try to calculate the times for the shifts. Fuck it.
No, it would still have to be 4 shifts of 2 hours. Because if you're up for 2 hours, that means the other 3 shifts you get the 6 hours of sleep. That's where that's spaced around. Of a full 8 hours sleep, everyone's getting 6.
Well,
right. 4. So if you guys had a 10-hour night and a 5th person, then you could all get 8 hours of sleep. And you guys do have a 5th person. It's just not a player.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, no.
So...
that's where...
Careful.
That's where this
talking about taking an arrow to the knee.
Yeah. But that is where the 6 hours counts as a full sleep comes from, is the 8-hour 4-guard shift thing.
Got it. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Everett, you can always join somebody if you want.
That is true.
Yeah. If somebody in the party has a particularly low perception score, it may be beneficial for them to partner up on a watch.
As always, I'm doing my 1 hour, my obedience.
Yeah.
Prepare my spells and shit.
Self-filleting, I get it.
You might be... No. I mean, it might be good to have somebody buddy up with Lila then.
I can do that.
Because Liza, your perception's 8.
Yeah.
Lila, what's your perception?
11.
73. Oh.
Avern, what's yours?
7. No. 9.
6.
So Liza's got the worst perception still.
Oh, no, it is 7. Yeah. Sorry, it's 7.
Oh, okay.
That.
So. Then you've got the worst.
And 7's still not bad at all.
No, yeah. Like, I say that as if it's not. No one's got a bad perception score.
I don't need perception to punch somebody.
Sure you do. You have to perceive them to punch them.
We don't need that.
We box ghosts out here.
You are the walking reincarnation of Beauregard.
wraps fists in silver and slaps the air and makes contact.
Anyways,
that gust of wind talking shit.
So we doing a watch? Do you want us to just do a watch order, or are we just gonna the night passes?
Yeah. Go ahead and do your perception rolls for the night. So who was first?
I'll take first watch.
All right. Rock, go ahead and make end stunt if you wish.
So what I'm going to do is when everybody finally falls asleep, I'm going to look around, go over to one of the trees, pull out my knife, and on the tree at about just above eye level for me, because I know I'm short, I'm going to carve into the tree the druidic symbol for safe. Because I realize that just because we're in her force doesn't mean anyone's going to recognize Thalia, considering her drastic body change lately. There are a bunch of strangers in people who are very skilled at nature magic, so I don't want us to get jumped just for being here.
God, I love having a party member that has common sense and intelligence.
Intelligence fucking 16. I'm gonna fuck. So
yeah,
I'll do that as my stunt.
Liza, I'm used to players picking one or the other, not both.
Fair.
So it's fun having a character in the party who has both intelligence and wisdom.
Mm-hmm. I have that.
That's what I'm. That's my stunt for. Like, I'm just like looking around, making sure they're asleep, and I'm just gonna quickly carve that symbol into the tree just above my eye level, so that that way people can go, oh, okay, he at least someone here knows Druidic, so we could try to talk to him rather than oh, they're strangers. Slit their throats or whatever the practice is here.
Right. Yeah. Oh boy, you're gonna be interesting when they meet you. Yeah.
Oh no.
How do you think a non-druid, or how do you think a druid grove is gonna feel when a non-druid starts speaking druidic?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So take a +3 for your stunt.
I think I see it. Pretty sure I see it. I didn't even roll that high.
Before I get to what you see, I do want to suggest and point out the possibility of disguising your campsite. For those of you who have survival, before you start the night, you can choose to use survival to try to disguise your campsite and make it harder for things to catch you in the night.
I mean, can I make it harder for animals to find, but not necessarily people? Because I know she's wanting to find her people, so we kind of want to be spotted by them, but not necessarily, the wolves and the bears.
If you're wanting to, I can say you can justify that by doing things to cover your scent. Animals don't care so much about what they see; it's what they smell.
I mean, I get that.
So maybe some basic shelter walls to keep them from looking right at you, and then stuff to block your scent, but otherwise not hiding. Yeah, that would be a really low survival check to do, and anybody with a survival skill could do that.
I mean, the lowest second roll is a 12. Do you still even want me to try?
You can always.
No, you can take 10.
Yeah. So
what's your modifier?
+11.
So a 21.
21.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
the lowest I can roll, even if I do a bare ass minimum stunt, is a 13. I have a very select set of skills that just keep coming up.
I have a very particular set of skills. A set of skills that make me. Well, I don't even remember the rest of what he says.
Okay, I don't need gentle repose anymore.
That might be, honestly, that might be a stealth skill, but I want to say this is a survival thing that I've seen done before. Regardless, this is the way I think if you're using nature to hide yourself in nature, it's a survival check. So I'm going to make it a thing.
I'll take 10 with it. Just like, well, after I carve in the rune showing that, we're safe, I take the time to descent our camp.
Yeah, perfect. Great. Wonderful.
Descent.
Descape.
Rock, you get yourself set up. Everybody gets settled in for the night. You did your walk around the camp to, secure your perimeter and make sure that you thoroughly descented the edges so that animals don't come wandering where they shouldn't. And you watch out into the night, and the minutes and tick by into hour, 2 hours, and your portion of the watch is up. There don't seem to be any disturbances yet.
Who is taking second shift?
Me.
Was I joining her?
Was that Talia?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you feel like you can both watch together? Or are you going to watch each other?
Brother.
Listen, if y'all end up banging in camp, both of you are getting blasted.
If you wake us up with that, there's a good chance I'm swinging an axe at one or both of you, depending on how quick you are.
You're finally awake, traveler.
You thought this was Pathfinder. Surprise! It's Skyrim.
We all just
I'll join the second one, yeah.
I wake the girls up, then go to bed.
Oh right, they're lesbians.
Yeah.
I always forget that.
Talia, Averin, you both wake up. As Rock wakes you up, it is time for your portion of the watch. Rock goes and lays down. Anything you want to do before you go to bed, Rock?
Try not to smell too much. Try to make it so that her people can find the camp if need be, but I don't want the wolves coming in.
Understood.
Just face first into his bedroll, snoring before he hits the ground.
Okay. All right. You guys can choose to either have one person roll and the other person assist, or you both can roll perception. I don't care which.
Okay.
But I need a perception roll for your watch. So.
Well, what do you think, Pookie Bear?
I'm pretty sure our perception is literally like 1 point away from each, so we probably should both do it.
Yeah, that's valid. All right.
So before you guys roll, don't forget stunting by describing your action will get you guys a bonus, and you can even share a stunt if it will help you guys bounce off of each other.
True.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Avern's going to kind of get up into the tree on one of the branches and sit while having a better view of what she can see around her, trying to keep an eye out for any movement.
Okay. Take a +3. Talia.
I'll stay on the ground. Kind of in a bush. Just, I don't know, just cause bushes are nice. I like bushes. And man, I don't really know how to start for this. So I'm just looking around, I guess, sniffing the air, cause I could do that, I guess. Sniff, sniff.
I
Nothing
mean,
too
you
fancy.
don't have a scent ability, so it's not like you can really
I
track
know.
by scent. But I mean, sure, you can be enjoying the smell, I guess.
Yeah, just enjoying the air, but also making sure things are safe.
All right. Well, I'll let you have a +3 for that.
Okay. Oof.
I can see.
I can smell you.
I can
What?
see.
My
I
eyes are
can
closed.
fight.
I can see,
I
unlike
can't
real life.
see. Real.
Talia, you
I'm distracted.
don't realize it, but you kind of just get lost in your own thoughts. Not about anything in particular or particularly important. Just you're just kind of reveling in your reconnection to nature. It's not been easy for you. This all you've ever known has been in the forest and with your grove and connected to the plants and the natural world and the insects and the animals and feeling it move and grow, and then being in a place where there was nothing moving and nothing growing and no life. It was stone and steel and dead wood. It was isolating. And before you know it, your watch is almost over and you realize you didn't really pay attention to what anything was going on.
Oh, shish kebab.
Shish kebab.
Avrin, nothing much happens. The night's pretty quiet. Till close to the end, you hear a rustling fairly far off that would be easy to dismiss as animals moving in the night, but as you happen to look over, you noticed the ragged and pointed ear of a goblin popping back behind the bush, and some more rustling as it scurries off into the night.
Okay. Yeah.
But your guys' watch comes to an end.
I'll just leave my bush.
I'll let Lila know that I saw the goblin in the area that way, and then take a sleepy time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Lila, they poke you awake. It's kind of hard to shake you awake. It's not hard to shake you awake. It's very easy to shake you awake, but it's very scary to shake you awake because we're worried about shaken baby syndrome. So
she looks like one of those ferrets. She looks like one of the ferrets when it's asleep and you're just trying to wake it up, and it's just like a little noodle.
it's like Darla in Finding Nemo.
While Lila's just chilling out in a slow spot, her armor next to her.
Wakey, wakey.
Eggs and bacon.
Bitch.
She pops up. Goes, oh, hello.
Why are you sleeping?
And then before they go to bed, it's going to dress in the star mail and flutter up to a branch. What's my vision? What do I get? I think I get or not dark vision.
Man, I got dark vision. That may have been able to help, but I forgot.
Never mind. I got low light. I lied.
I have dark vision too.
It doesn't add to your it prevented you guys from having negs to your perception. It doesn't give you bonuses, it prevents negatives.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so pitch black, that's fine. You still can see just fine. Now, thank you for pointing it out. For reference, for those of you with dark vision, it's black and white.
Whoa.
Dark vision is black and white vision, so be advised. But otherwise, yeah, it allows you to see in the dark as clearly as if it is moderately lit.
Cool.
So anywho.
Yep. Yeah, she's going to flutter up on the branch to kind of get away from the smoldering fire of our camp. Knowing that there are goblins prowling around. She's going to sit on the branch, kind of kicking her feet up and down, just keeping an eye on the surrounding area.
Okay. And the other two did tell you about the goblin and showed you where they had seen it moving, or where Avern had seen it. And you kind of keep an eye over there, and the night goes, and you do see a couple more rustles over in that area, and once or twice you do see the ear of a goblin pop out. Goblins exist. As long as they don't come off and do anything aggressive, it just is what it is. So right now they don't seem to really care about your existence. They are doing something, obviously, but when you see them. But go ahead and please make your perception roll for your shift to see if there's anything abnormal beyond what you were warned you might see.
It's very much we don't fuck with them, they're not gonna fuck with us.
Correct.
And what's my stunt?
Take a +3.
Oh, see that. Anyway. We whisper that roll.
We do.
Wow. I would have been better off just taking an 11 or taking a 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
I would argue that if you stunt, you have to make the roll. You can't just take a +10.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. You can't take you can't take 10 and get a stunt bonus. Because if you're taking 10, you're taking with the understanding like I'm taking 10 because I'm going to pass this. So, like, what's the point? You can stunt it stylistically if you want, but I'm not going to give you a bonus for it. Anyway, yeah, you see the goblins pop up every so often. Occasionally you see a face. They definitely don't fucking notice you. They couldn't notice you if there was a spotlight on you.
Yeah, I do just have that insane passive stealth.
Yeah, you really fucking do. It's wild. I literally would have to turn you into a glowing beacon for you to lose that.
Glow stick.
Yeah. My
right.
passive stealth
is,
if I remember right, it would be 22 for them to beat.
We just need to turn her into Navi.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
Right,
hey,
a little
listen,
glowing ball of annoying. She's already got annoying. Now we just need to make her a glowing ball.
But yeah, no, just kind of wait.
Yeah. They pop in and out. You see a face every so often, walk by and cross over a little tiny little path, and Except this time you see a couple of goblin dogs.
Ooh.
That's a little more concerning to have in the area.
No, it is. Was there like a goblin, encampment here a few years ago, or is this new?
Roll knowledge local.
Could I do? Well,
I
actually, I
think
don't know if that'd be better.
it'd be knowledge local.
Could I substitute knowledge history since I literally lived here?
Yeah, I'll let you do knowledge history.
Oh yeah, she's going to look at these goblin dogs. Look at the goblins. And just kind of lose herself in her memories for a minute of flitting around the forest when she wasn't staying with the goblin, or not goblins, the druids, as just a means to not feel so trapped in one area. And the animals she ended up spending time with, the intelligent creatures, and just having to avoid predators due to her size. And just seeing if she ever came across, remembering if she ever came across goblins in this forest. As my stunt for knowledge history.
I'll take a +3.
Slowly incrementing our way up.
Goblins have never been unknown or unheard of in this forest. They're a pest. They always have been. Once they get somewhere, good luck getting them all out. As far as a nest or a colony, you hadn't necessarily heard of one. But with how close you are to people from here, you could see why they would. And it doesn't take long for them to grow very quickly to become to grow their like a nest or a colony up. It does not take long. So this could have popped up within the last 4 to 6 months even.
But they've been in the forest before. They are a constant problem. So
yeah,
it's not like,
goblins are like cockroaches. Once they're there, they're there. It's really hard to get them out.
Concerning, but not oh shit concerning.
Correct. The goblin dogs makes it concerning. Goblins, fine. Goblin dogs, aware.
Yep. And yeah, once my shift is over, kind of start waking people up since that was supposed to be last shift.
No, Terran's is the last shift.
Oh, okay.
Because Rox was first, Avern and Talia were second. You were third.
I had said last though.
I never heard you say that, so I thought you wanted to go before Terran.
No, I was planning on being the late morning, early morning shift.
Oh well, we can do that.
But
Terran's went before you. You can be morning shift. That's fine. It's not like I'm gonna fucking roll for him.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah. So
kind of start waking people up. So we can get a move on. Letting the group know that the goblins have goblin dogs, which is a step up of their just being goblins. But not really something we gotta concern ourselves with. Just be on the lookout.
That's fun. Love that for us.
Which direction were these goblin dogs in?
I'll point it out since I didn't really.
They were kind of.
Fundamentally, I just want to make sure they're not in the direction we're going.
No, they absolutely are.
Okay.
They're kind of they're kind of like, you guys were heading straight north. They're kind of to the northeast. you're not entirely sure what direction you're fully going to be going in, but as of right now, you're moving in a similar direction as them.
We don't have to concern ourselves now, but we are heading that away.
Unless they've made a nest in this area, they're more likely to leave us alone since this is their territory. Which I know sounds weird, but they're competing with predators, the druids. Not wanting to.
I could probably have a more intelligent conversation with this fucking tree.
Goblins are stupid. They're not suicidally stupid. They're not gonna try to make themselves a big enough problem to be dealt with. Not here.
They are very much like gnolls.
Yeah.
You know how well that turned out for us.
They do have survival instincts.
So did the gnolls.
Well, the gnolls also had the giant worm that was going to eat them.
No, fuck it. There's another giant worm here. I'm going home.
But no, they saw the camp. They didn't come mess with us.
They saw the camp.
Well, I don't know for sure, but they were looking around. So
expressly, he said that each time the goblins didn't see whoever was on watch.
Yeah, no, and this is maybe on me for not setting this. It's not like they were like really close. You were watching the surrounding area, which does include as pretty far out you can see, as best as you can at night in the woods. So this is like down the pathway a little ways, like probably a good 100 feet away.
Like, okay. Well, I couldn't see that far, so I don't have dark vision. I have low light.
Oh.
If I was seeing them, they were within 60 feet of me.
Gotcha. I didn't know you didn't have dark vision. So yeah, that's fine. Like, yeah, maybe a couple of the dogs wandered within 60 feet, but that's still 60 feet away from the campsite, like roughly. That's still pretty darn far. Okay. And there was a stealth roll to kind of de-stink the camp.
You are welcome.
So the dogs didn't really catch
animal. He did say from animals, not creatures. So.
Right.
Goblin dogs.
My understanding was they spotted the camp and just decided, not worth it, and fucked off.
And that's fair. That's on me for not setting that properly enough. So my bad. No. Okay. They were doing their thing a bit a distance from the camp. They didn't notice the camp because they were not looking for it. They didn't know it was there, and they were busy doing things. Doing goblin things. So they were just milling about doing things.
All right. Strike what I said. Reverse it.
All right, Wonka.
Stop it.
Rip.
Twist it. Pull it.
Dude, I say rip. I am too chronically online for serious RIPs anymore. My boss straight up sent me a gif of that lady who just passed away, that celebrity woman who just passed away from, like, she was in Beetlejuice. Catherine O'Hare. She just passed away. She sent me a gif of her, and then she said rip. And I literally, my brain immediately went to, why are we dissing this person? What happened? And I'm like, all right, they died. Why are we just going rip about a dead? Oh, right, that actually is a thing we do for dead people. Fuck.
Brain route successful. Brain not found.
Oh, man.
But yeah, land on Thalia's shoulder as we start heading deeper.
I am still feeling leaves as we go, making sure.
How many are riding in the carriage and how many are choosing to walk?
I'm walking.
Avrin, did you say you were walking?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Rock?
I'm going to saddle up next to Avrin and go, Maybe we should keep an eye in the back if there's goblin dogs running around. Last thing I want is one of them sneaking up on us.
Fair enough. Evan will hang back with Rock to keep an eye on the back.
So I'm walking with Avron.
Yeah, you guys are kind of behind the caravan, keeping an eye on the rear. Talia, you're at the front, leading, guiding, pointing out the markers in the tree, the twisted trees.
Yeah.
Need you to make a perception roll for me.
Right. Is this just?
You're welcome to stunt if you feel like it. If you feel like you know something you can do, this is for you. Keeping an eye out for dangers as you travel, because you know that there are goblins and goblin dogs in the woods. So this is part of you now traveling, is being aware of threats.
Okay. As we're walking, I'm kind of tuning out the more natural sounds and trying to listen for more like twig snapping and leaves rustling, not just because of the wind, but because something's brushing up against them and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Take a +3.
Yeah. That's better.
Okay. You see the signs of the goblins that you guys had noticed throughout the night. You see, as you guys are traveling, you're seeing the footsteps. You're seeing some markers that, of damages that they had done of just them existing because they're clumsy little shits. Pests, disgusting, desecrating your forest, but there's not much you can do about it right now. But otherwise, you guys move on. You make your way through the woods. The day ticks on. We get to night. Pass by another night. This is a large wood. The squares on the map aren't particularly small. They take a lot of time to travel. So we'll obviously cut through a few nights. As you guys cut through the fresher woods, the younger woods, I guess you can say. As you get closer to the taller and older woods. We'll do one more night of rest. So leading up to the day of, you guys have been traveling for a couple of days. It's an easy travel. It's not like when you guys had to go through the desert. The horses helped, it made it faster, but it was still long distance, right? And this has been long distance. But still easy, still calm. You've seen things like larger animals that would be threats had you encountered them in a different scenario, but like anybody who understands nature understands, if you leave it alone, it'll probably leave you alone as well. And so far that has held true. Every oversized bug that you see, every dire wolf that prowls by, that still just an animal, is not interested in trying to fight everything that moves. It's an animal. Is it hungry? Yes. Are you easy? No. It's going to move on.
Do we Do we actually see direwolves in this forest?
Once or twice, especially as you're getting closer to these larger trees.
I think they'd leave us alone for different reasons, but I won't bring that up.
Fair.
They already smell the alpha.
And the beta.
There's like a drug trade I won't get into, but yeah.
You guys are approaching the edge of the ancient forest. This forest is home to trees that are thousands of years old. Fiercely protected by the druids. Where you guys just came from, obviously still very much cared for by the druids, but they're younger, they're newer. Talia, you would specifically know it as like, this is kind of like, it's cultivated forest. It's the druids trying to help keep the forest expanding and growing and vibrant and lively, and trying to keep back the city from just expanding wildly and taking everything.
Well, the forest might be the home. This is their domain.
Right. And while all of the forest is their territory, this is their home. And so this is very well tended ancient forests that have been for thousands of years. And these root systems, those of you who've watched Naruto, do you remember when they were in the woods for one of the Chunin exams?
Mm-hmm.
You remember how big those fucking tree roots were?
Yeah.
Think like that kind of forest is where this grove is. Like, that's what you're about to come into and enter into, is large gnarled roots twisting through the ground, trees with trunks the size of, like, think like the redwood forest. Like that kind of like huge tree trunks. Like, this is ancient large trees. Rock, these are tiny compared to what you're used to.
So, we must be getting pretty close. These trees are getting normal sized.
Normal size? I'd like to say they're average.
That's what I said.
That would be normal.
I know it. Never mind.
I was gonna say, I don't get the joke.
Never mind. They're pretty big. Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, I think we are getting closer. Onward. Huh.
Okay, then.
I need everyone to roll perception for me, please.
Uh-oh.
Sight-based?
Sight or sound.
Okay. Can I argue scent?
Yes, you.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Generally within 30 feet. So
Still
not,
yes.
But we'll see. Okay. If somebody else wants to go first, that's fine. But I do have a stunt.
I don't really have a stunt. I already used my good stunt for
after remarking on the trees. Rock does just close his eyes for a second, take a deep breath in, because it's been a while since he's been around woods that are this cultured. And he just takes a deep breath in of that rich, just not quite, less stagnant smell that's in the air that the cities have.
Take a +3. I like that.
Evan's gonna, after he's done like talking about the trees, she's just kind of keeping track of her walking and listening and kind of just keeping a good awareness of what's going on around. Just trying to be more on guard. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give you a +3.
Okay.
Okay.
And it booted you out of Roll20 somehow.
Yeah. Welcome back. Lila, your turn.
I wasn't gonna stun. I already rolled.
I said
I couldn't really think of
Lila.
anything other than I thought you said Liza.
Because of how taking 10 works, is this a situation where I could take a 10?
No. Taking 10 is taking your time to ensure that you succeed. So you're taking your time to be perceptive. So you're being perceptive. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I was asking. Okay.
No, sometimes when I get asked, I'll talk through it, like, to kind of like talk through what my thought process is out loud to make sure it makes as much sense and out loud as it does in my head.
No, taking 10 is literally you have the time to take your time.
That's why you can do it for like lock picking or hiding a campsite.
You could also take a 20 to guarantee success if a rolling a nat 1, a failure, won't screw you over.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So Lila is going to look at all these giant trees she used to call home and just feeling more at ease with a world she is familiar with. She's going to close her eyes and just kind of take in the sounds of what is essentially home to her.
Okay, take a +3.
She's finally around things as old as she is.
Youngin.
Okay. And then Talia, yours was the one before you just rolled, right? You already rolled?
Yeah.
Okay. Talia, you're just kind of brimming with excitement as you're getting closer to the edge of the woods, to the edge of the ancient woods. You're starting to see these gnarled trunks, and as you're getting closer, you kind of run forward and start running your hand along some of the tree trunks that are the root systems that are just starting to bleed into the portion of the woods that you're in now, like a giddy child. The rest of you, though, you see, you hear, and see, and smell, kind of starting to creep up behind you. 3 of those goblin dogs from earlier.
God damn it.
And they're not alone.
Soon as Rock catches a whiff of that, into the bag his hand goes, and he draws the tree remembers. Kind of quills it in his hands as he turns to address the threat coming up from behind. We've got company.
Everyone's gonna turn around too.
Well, I was actually going to cast a spell called the Touch of Inner Beauty, which does something really fun for what I'm about to do, and I was hoping to use it for the druids, but
I mean, you can use a spell more than once.
no, I only have one prepared.
You can get more after you sleep. You're not about to be at the druid's door, my guy.
So,
true.
My understanding for how preparing spells works is you have those prepared, but you can use those slots to cast any of your prepared spells any number of times as long as you have those slots.
It depends on the kind of caster. That's not, we have discussed this. We found there were other classes that did it, but there are very limited. There are 2 types of casters, Carl, to make it very quick so we don't derail too much. There are some
that's just how I understood it, and that's fine.
There are 2 types.
Caster, I don't need to know. I just wanted to make sure I was wrong before we continued.
That is one type. John is not that type.
I'm a prepared caster. Those are spontaneous.
Yep. Anyway.
Yep. No. Sorry. It's called Tap Inner Beauty. I gain an insight bonus to all charisma ability checks for the next 6 minutes.
Okay.
And then she is going to kind of fly out. Hopefully these goblins are able to rudimentarily understand common. Oh, right. I have to fly directly to them. I don't have my wind anymore. Fuck!
Isn't message a cantrip?
I have it.
Yes, one that I don't get.
That sounds like you need to make a bargain with the DM to get that one.
It's in the works of me getting a way around this fucking problem.
Fair enough. Continue.
All right, so have they shown themselves? Because I kind of need to be able to talk to them for this to work.
The dogs... Yes, they are now, as they've gotten closer, I'll go ahead and describe these to you. These are not dogs. They're called goblin dogs because they're fucking hideous and goblins like them. Goblins don't like dogs. If any of you know goblins and remember the library, remember they were hunting those clockwork dogs, those clockwork goblins. Goblins don't like dogs. Goblins hunt dogs. These are rodents. They are festering, stinking, nasty, disgusting, overgrown rodents, slinking and prowling towards you, crawling over these smaller roots through the brush and emerging from off the pathway that you've been following. And behind them comes crawling 1, 2, 5, 10, 10 different goblins.
Hold on, I gotta write this down real quick to make it good.
All with ragged little short swords. Couple, 4 or 5, probably about 4 near the back with, goblin made short bows. Short swords on hips. Climbing up onto little stumps that they see to get a little bit of a better view of you as they knock arrows.
while I see, I'm assuming I see Lila like start to try to approach like she's going to speak to the goblins. Is that right, John?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
because of things.
Okay. I'm going to hold an action to possibly assist whatever speech she is about to make.
Okay.
Because I had to double check some things, but I will message you what the plan is if I think I know what she's going to do.
Okay. Knowing what I know about the goblins of this forest, do some of them speak common? Because that's very important.
When would you have ever spoken to a goblin?
Her never, but she's been here long enough to gather rumors. Like, has she heard of them speaking common? Is a better way to phrase that. Or do they only speak their own language and then just kind of this entire thing that I'm doing is pointless?
1 second. I'm gonna say
Actually, better idea. She's asked Rock if she could borrow his ring so that we don't have to do a fight and risk
No.
angering the druids.
No.
Well, okay, then hopefully they can speak common.
Look, I understand you want to try to give them the ring so that they can speak common. If I give
No,
them
no,
this,
no,
we're
no,
not getting it back.
no. I use it so I can speak their language.
That's not how it works. It only works on common.
Oh, fuck.
It
I thought it
only
was the other
lets
way.
me read. No, it's literally I read and understand common. That's it. That's what it's
Sorry.
locked into. That's why it was so cheap.
I
And not
saw
only
this.
that,
I
you
saw
would
this.
know this because the servant told us this before I got the ring.
No. I forgot that fact. No, I
Yeah.
thought it. I thought it was a
And
universal
even if it did,
translator.
no,
Not
I'm
a
not
ring of
giving.
tongues.
And not only that, even if it didn't, I'm not giving a goblin a shiny because we're not getting it back.
I never. No, the plan wasn't to give it to the shiny. The plan was for her to wear it because I thought it was a universal translator.
Hula hoop.
No, and even if it's a ring of tongues, it generally only comes programmed with 4 languages.
Yeah. So hopefully some of them can speak common. I can do something cool.
John, can you roll knowledge local?
If
Yeah.
not, we're throwing hands.
Go ahead and roll knowledge local to recall information about goblins and their culture.
Because she understands if a fight breaks out and the nature starts getting hurt, druids ain't gonna give a fuck who's doing it.
Well, they'll care. It depends on what they see when they arrive. If they see you fighting goblins, they're not going to assume you were the bad guys.
Nobody uses fire spells. I'm just saying.
It's just not a risk she wants to take. So
Don't tell Lisa about this portion of the campaign.
But yeah, as she's mentally preparing herself to actually do a thing she has been trained to do for a good 1,000 years.
War?
No, diplomacy.
Blood, death, and vengeance? Blow people up with your mind? Wait, you can't do that anymore. Blow people up with your god?
She is going to quickly go through her assorted memories. If there's just any time she has heard rumor or been told about it of goblins able to communicate in the common tongue.
All right. Take a +3. Roll your knowledge local.
Please, God, I wish I had a fucking willpower right now. Just like, let me get a success.
There are several times playing this where I'm like, man, I wish I had a temperance to roll.
Right. All right. I have to roll the modifier. All right. Don't fail me now. And I have a hero point. Do I care enough about this?
With a 15,
Wait, I don't
you
get
get 2 facts about goblins.
2 should be enough.
I'm only after the
And with
one.
what you're wanting to know, in your time in these forests, you have never heard of a successful conversation between goblins and anyone. Usually, they either attack or run.
I don't think they're running.
Charisma is still a thing that's powerful. You're always welcome to try.
I'm going to try, and I wrote this down. As she approaches that symbol of fuck, why did I forget my own god's name?
Desna.
Thank you. I just had a massive brain fart. The symbol of Desna starts glowing. And
oh shit, she's spending essence.
She will flutter within like 30 feet of them. For her, she is screaming her lungs out. For everyone else, it is a normal speaking volume. She calls out in
It
comments.
sounds like screaming at a low volume.
This is not a fight you wish to pick. You are next to the home of the sacred protectors of this forest. Your actions now risk angering them. What little you get from us is not worth the risk it carries.
Is that the end of your speech?
Yes.
Okay. There's a slight displacement of air as Rock is now 15 feet tall and a bit more hairy than before.
Hey, girl.
Ah, excellent. Hell yes.
Just
and what's myself for making this diplomacy check?
Take a +3.
So I get a total of an additional. Let me reread my spell real quick. +2 insight bonus to the check. Honor.
Die.
I went in there because I remembered I have to change the name of it, so that's just a warm-up swing, I guess.
All right. Diplomacy.
It's a warm-up swing.
+5 because of my spell. And let me check my class real quick. There's something for having the mark that deals with charisma.
Hey, Trevor, would Wild Shape be a spell-like ability? Just so I can put something in I knew.
Oh.
Is that part of your
level.
class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe if it's a class ability. Unless it says in your class ability that you gain the spell Wild Shape.
No, it just says I have the ability and it acts as the spell Beast Shape.
Yeah.
But it's a little different.
Yeah, I would there, or I believe there might be a section for class abilities, but I don't know. I don't.
We could talk about it after the campaign. Or
Put it somewhere for now, and we'll look at your sheet after.
Okay.
Bam! I am so happy I rolled that high. Because I'm assuming these things have heard tales of the little creature that had lived in this forest. I'm hoping.
I just love the fact 18-inch tall diplomat goes forth. You don't want this fight. 15-foot tall thing behind.
And that's why. I can I look back and actually add that in, and that's why? No, I'm gonna stick with what I got.
1 second. You have your armor on, right?
Yes. Oh, these bitches! I am. Okay, you know what? That's fair. They can all die now.
Can they? Are you sure?
They're gonna have a hard time fighting me.
We're about to do combat. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. They're gonna have a real hard time fighting me.
feel like putting an Ewok like in Forced Unleashed.
Well, here's the thing. All of you have 2 attacks.
John, I need you to take 4 damage as you're finishing your speech, an arrow rips through one of your wings.
Oh my god.
No.
And then I need you to make a fly check.
That is rude.
Do I know what's going on yet?
Yes, we're all
rubbing
here.
Trees. Am I rubbing trees still?
This is not.
Oh, my AC's higher than that.
Is it? What is your AC?
I forgot a thing. I forgot to add it into this character sheet, and I need to check my pen because.
Okay, bye.
One.
The flight check failed. He got shot out of Discord.
No. Well, yeah, funny. No, I forget. I gotta remember what tiny gives. I can't remember if it just gives straight.
You get an AC. It's dependent on the size difference between what attacks you and you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember.
And they get either a bonus or a detriment.
It's in the monster creation or the race creation, right?
Monster creation.
Here it
1
is.
second. +2 bonus to Dex, -2 to Strength, +2 size bonus to AC, +2 on attack rolls, -2 on combat maneuver checks and CMD, +8 size bonus on stealth checks.
That's what it was. Okay, so I need to add in this.
So you have an AC of 19.
Yeah, that's all that was being.
All right, so I need you to take 4 damage as an arrow shoots through your wing, and then I need you to roll a fly check.
That's fine. I just realized when I checked,
No, that's fair.
Like, oh right,
Yeah, no. I was waiting too because I was like, all right, what are we gonna find? How much higher are you? Doesn't matter. Cool. Please take 4 damage as an arrow rips through your wing, and roll a fly check to see if you stay flying.
Oh, as my stuff for this, as the arrow gets shot with her wing, she just kind of sits there for a second, as like the shock and audacity of the diplomat getting shot. For her wings start fluttering very, very fast, so she does a face plant. It's like, motherfucker! Oh fuck! I'm falling.
I don't think she would say fuck.
No, she wouldn't. But
pixie dust.
So you actually letting yourself hit the floor?
No, that was my stunt for the fly check.
Okay, it sounded like you were letting yourself face plant the ground.
No, before face planting, as like realization of oh shit, I got shot.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because she expected this to work.
Go ahead and take a +3.
All right. Submit 3. I'm just gonna make this. Like I said, I'm just gonna make this.
You catch yourself and you flitter back up, and yes, it hurts. Yes, there's now a hole in your wings. That is not. Your wings have gotten snagged. You've cut. You've damaged. They'll heal. It's not a serious wound, but fuck, that hurt. And the fact that they hit you is also a little impressive. And it's at that moment when Talia, as you were kind of looking at the trees, you heard Lila start to talk and give a speech, and it sounded like she was trying to convince people not to attack, and as you go to look, an arrow embeds itself in the root right next to your face, and you are staring right at the arrow, and it is a gnarled, poorly crafted goblin arrow.
What the fart?
And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Do we want to go to the first round tonight, or
go ahead and roll your initiatives, and we'll go ahead and stop after initiative.
We do this public or whisper?
We can do your initiatives public. That's fine.
Hang on, it didn't let me do it. It doesn't let you do a whisper roll for initiative, apparently.
Oh, that's fine. But you are also free to stunt your initiatives.
Rox sees the arrow hit Lila start to plummet towards the ground. He just bellows out a loud roar and just charges towards the nearest thing, which I assume is one of those goblin dogs, with the full intent of bringing his axe clear through to the ground, and unfortunately that poor bastard's just in the way.
Correct. +3.
So 15.
Okay.
Avron's gonna like crack her knuckles and kind of do a little hop, and then she's going to rush slightly up, but not all the way up to one of the dogs. She's gonna go like a little further, but not right up to it.
Okay. Take a +1.
I'm gonna whip my staff out. Oh, nice. Nice.
Very nice.
Sorry. I'm gonna get my
Be a
staff out
22.
off my back. And I get nothing fancy, just get a little closer because I still want to stay a little ways back since I'm a magic caster, but I'll stay close enough to where they're in range of my magic, which is in my head, but it's fine. I'm just kind of taking stance, ready to cast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take a +1.
20. Oh, mine can be whispered, but I won't make it whispered. +1.
Lila, as she floats there, the armor's symbols of the butterfly begin glowing faintly as she starts drawing upon her magic. She just shakes her head in disappointment that, despite her best efforts to prevent violence, violence was still used against her, and is going to draw out the recently made and adorned star knife, holding it in her fist as she touches it to the symbol on her head, preparing to fight.
Take a +3.
Did mine show?
I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just making sure, because it gave me an error message.
Weird.
That would be 28.
Damn.
Jesus.
Hey, maybe don't, rudeness.
Oh no, the what was sent to you was the turn tracker error because we don't have one.
Oh.
Right. Putting this in the initiative chat for right now. I will add goblins and stuff later, but that is your initiative order for next session. When we come back, we will start with combat. So please, in the time being, familiarize yourself with your abilities. But that is the wrap for the session.
My initiative already had the +1 in it.
Oh, okay.
It let me do the modifier before I rolled.
You had a wow.
What?
Tyler, how did you have a +9 to your initiative?
Really high
was
dex,
looking at
and
that.
I took the initiative feat and then a +3.
Ah, okay. Sitting here with my measly +2, but when I get
No,
there,
I was
When I
running
get
out of like
there.
speech to take, so one of the ones I always take because it will always come up is improved initiative.
like they're gonna have a bad time when they deal with me.
I feel like
Oh yeah, no.
hunting something.
One of my favorite spells in Pathfinder is just the prayer spell. It's an AoE, and it comes the what it does comes up quite a bit. It will lower everyone's enemies to hit by 1 for every 4 levels, and R to hit by 1 for every 4, or raise R hits to 1 by every 4 levels.
Fun.
In the general chat is Avron to the goblins.
Yep.
But no, I also
Lila
Lila falling.
I tried to find a better one. Hold on.
Yeah,
Well-
she was just like amazed by the audacity of like trying to be the diplomat, something she's actually good at. And these goblins went and just shot her.
I thought it would be really funny if they would have tried to shoot at me.
By the way, I rolled a 31. They didn't speak common, so it didn't matter. That's what I expect.
Yep.
Would you like to know what the reason was?
Why they shot her and not me?
Yeah.
She's small.
Tiny.
Finger
She's
slipped.
Oh.
Finger slip.
They drew their bows and then he started talking, so they waited, and all of a sudden, yeah, I mean, like, he's a goblin. He's not that strong.
Fingers. Well, that's gonna cost somebody their head.
Well, yeah. Welcome to goblins. Like, what gets goblins killed? Goblins being goblins and fucking something up that they're doing.
So could they understand her?
No.
No.
Okay.
Not even slightly. But they were confused for a hot minute, and then arrow flew out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden, the flying tiny thing is in pain, screaming, falling to the ground. Oh, I guess we're fighting now. Do you know what their intelligence score is? Goblins have an intelligence of 10.
10?
So, buddy,
Average?
that's average human.
Yeah, but they don't speak common.
They got more intelligence than Avron. Avron's got 9.
Yeah, now if you could speak Goblin, I'm sure you'd hear them talking and having a normal conversation, but no, they don't speak your language.
I think I know 2 of the abilities you could give my artifact now, by the way.
Yeah, do you?
Universal Translator, because she is skilled at talking to people in diplomacy. And the ability to talk to people more than 5 feet from my face.
Nah. Well, anyway, that is the end of tonight's session. Yes, we are kind of pulling the session a little early, but obviously kind of walking into today's session a little flat-footed. Definitely don't think tonight went poorly. So
this was great.
That was fun.
I'm glad you guys have fun. Remember, we are starting with combat next session, so please familiarize yourself with your character's abilities, spells, what you have available to you. If you have any questions, you're always free to ask. I'm happy to help, but be ready for combat next session. Let's go ahead and wrap up. It is 9:05. Thank you to anybody who hung out with us tonight. Yes, at the end, that was just us kind of hanging out. If you chose not to hang out for that, totally understand. It won't be in the YouTube stuff. I will cut out all of that excess for YouTube. That's just live special, I guess. So if you enjoyed hanging out with us tonight, or you enjoy what you see on YouTube, feel free to hang out with us. We are live on Twitch every other Thursday. So not this coming Thursday, the 26th, but March 5th will be our next session. Like I said at the beginning of the session, we are bi-weekly. And then I aim to, although this week I really screwed the pooch, but I aim to have the episodes up by the Monday before the next session, so I will aim to have this up by the 2nd. That said, you can find us on YouTube. We are on YouTube as 404 Dice Not Found podcast format, so you can just listen and enjoy. You don't have to see anything. The only time that we have anything on camera is when we are doing combat, and I have a map for it. We may or may not next time. I don't know. I'll figure something out by then. That said, we are 445 words 404 Dice Not Found. Have a good night.
Bye.